Hello and welcome to Amazon Live. I'm Cheryl and you can hear Stella in the background. She's like, who are you talking to? I'm not talking to you, baby girl. I'm talking to all of them. Yeah, look, that's who I'm talking to. They're all out there, you just can't see them. This is the way we start things sometimes. She didn't even have to come in. Go on, go. Go on. Go. Both of you. All right. It's summer, or almost summer, by the calendar. Here at my house, it's a crazy summer already. The dogs they don't know. It's so hot, so they have been staying inside a lot because it's too hot for them during the day to go out, which means they get a little wired up. I need a much bigger house, like a house that covers acreage so they can run until the sun goes down and they can go out. But we are coming up on Father's Day, and so I grabbed some tool deals. Now, I put these out for Dad, but I have to say they aren't just for Dad because all of these things we're looking at today are mine. So, not just for Dad, but I thought we would do a total pretty much tool stream. And Gina couldn't be with us tonight. She had other things going on. It's that time of year where you're super busy, so you get just me. But that's okay. We can handle this, I guarantee. But if you are watching live on Amazon, there is the chat. You can put family-friendly questions in. If you are watching after, where you're watching the recording, there is no chat available. There's also the carousel down below or to the left, whichever way. I'm not sure which way this will show up, but it will show up over there on some devices, so you got to check that out. If you're watching somewhere else, well, there's either links below or you can pop on over to Amazon and watch it there. So I think we have all of that taken care of. It is June 13th, 2024. We're flying through this year. So let's get started and see what we can find for Dad that's on a good deal. All right. Anybody that's watched much knows I love my power tools. Stella's still in here. She's waiting. She knows some of these tools are going to make noise. I also have her raised bed in here and her ladder. Are you helping here, baby? Look. Are you going to show it to him? All right. So what we have up first is the Revvstark impact wrench. Now, I did a video for this. They sent this to me and to try out. And I am one of the only females on their product page changing tires and showing you how to jack up your car, take your lug nuts off, put your lug nuts back on. Yes, it can be used for other things, but for me, I wanted to show the ladies they can do it. This is not something that just men can use. I keep this in my truck or in my car anytime I take a trip. I make sure the battery is fully charged and then head out, because if I have a flat tire along the way, I don't want to wait for somebody to come and save me. I want to be able to get it done myself, because you never know. I mean, yes, some places you might be able to get help right away. Other places, not so much. Like if I'm traveling from Vegas to Reno, that's pretty much hours in between anything. I'm not going to be stuck sitting out there. I also don't want the huge bill for somebody to come and save me. So I have this, and it comes with 5 sockets, the battery and the charger. And yes, it works great. I use it without any assistance. So if I can do it, so can you. And that's one of the things I don't think some people understand is these tools aren't just for men anymore. A lot of women are using power tools I know a lot of the lowrider ladies that all work on their own cars. They go cruising together and everything else. And so they make sure they know how to take care of things if they need to. So I put it on the dad show. But girls, if you want, you could get this for your dad and then just put it in your car. I'm not above that. I think that's a grand idea. Or dads, maybe you're looking to get something for your daughter when she's going away to college or starting work, and you want to make sure she has a good safety kit. And it does come in the bag, so you can keep everything together. And like I said, 5 sockets in here, battery, charger, everything you need to go out on the road. Dad, somebody just double check to make sure. You kind of go over exactly what needs to be done if they've never done it. But I don't want to jack up a car using my muscles, so I just hook this up and let it do the work. I'd never get the lug nuts off, and I'd never get them back on again tight enough that I would trust that wheel to stay on. So that's what I use. Oh, and I did forget to highlight that. Sorry about that. It's the way my day's going. I'm just so excited. I love my tools. And Stella does too. I don't know why she is so excited about the tool stream tonight. Are you excited about all the tools? Huh? Yeah. Usually it's Raven in here, but tonight we've got Stella helping me. Stella is my border collie, 52-pound border collie. And she is anxious to get outside, but not working yet. All right, next up, we do have, oh, there we go, my light. This also is part of my safety kit that I guarantee your dad would love one of these if he likes to work in the shop, if he travels a lot, likes to work on the car, whatever. I also use this for taking pictures of jewelry that I take a lot of pictures of products, and so when I do jewelry, this light comes in super handy. I know that's not what it's meant for, but we don't have to tell anyone. So this was sent to me to check out, and yes, it's a shop light, but it stays in here all the time. Unless it's in my truck, it's with me. So these are adjustable, so you can get the light wherever it is you need it to be. It is rechargeable. That I like too, because when I'm in my truck, if I need to, I can just plug it into my cigarette lighter and charge it, or my power pack and charge it if I need to. I'm gonna kind of turn it so I don't, oh, I didn't blind you, but I blinded me. All right, so it's got different settings, and we'll turn these so you can kind of see them without being blinded. And then you can use one or the other. And let me see. Half blind. But it has a handy dandy hook. Also has the magnetic bottom, so you can stick it wherever you're working. If it's metal, you can stick it right on there too. But like I said, I love this thing. You know, it's one of those things that you get, and some people would be like, oh, okay. No, not me. I was ecstatic. I've shown this on lives, I don't know how many times, because I use it all the time, and it's always right here in my area. And so I figured I'd show it again, because Dad would really like this. If your dad likes it half as much as I do, then you're going to be his favorite child. And yes, it has buttons on here to show you how much it is charged, so you know. So there you go. Wanted to stick this in for Dad or for you. I am not going to judge. I don't care. You can buy it for yourself. I would. I love that thing. That was like one of those gifts you get and you're like, holy moly's. I like that. Now, this next item up is, while we're live, it is on special. If you're watching the replay, it may not be on special anymore. So that's one of the good things about watching live. If I've got specials going, you're more likely to be able to get them. So you can hit that follow button, hit notifications so you know when I go live. Usually every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. But this is another Revvstark that they sent me. They sent me the impact wrench and then this laser level light. Let me make sure I've got it going the right way. I've got Stella down here between my legs waiting. She's just sitting there looking at me. So here it is, all packed up, nice and tidy. This is a 3D level. So the guys I know that build cars and they chop the tops or they cut things off, they use them a lot of times to make sure everything is level. My friend that's a plumber, he loves these too. I don't do either one of those, but when I hang anything, I am the world's worst at deciding if it's level. And when people say, does that look level to you? Don't ask me that stuff because I honestly do not know if it's level. I couldn't tell you to save my life. I'm trying to get my battery in here. Why is it not? There's something wrong with me. There. If I set it down and look at it, it works better. Over here, you've got the on and off. And I'll see if is my battery going. There you go. And you can kind of see. Now, do you hear that beeping? Here's the thing. When it's beeping like that, it's because it's not level. And I'm not going to be able to get it level myself. I'm not that good at this. But that's one of the advantages is when it's not. Because I thought, how is this going to work if I'm using this and I'm not level? If I have my tripod and it's tilted, it's still not going to be level. You can set it to notify you if you're not level. And it does have the 1/4 inch down here so you can attach it to, say, a tripod. So this is one of the advantages for me is being able to know if it's level. Otherwise, I would attach it, follow the green lines, and it would still be like this. Now, you can turn off that notification. So if you're doing, say, stairs or some type of plumbing and you need it at a certain angle, you can turn that off so it's not beeping and driving you insane. But for me, most of what I use it for, I need that. And it does come with other attachments, 2 batteries, so that is super handy. You don't have to stop your whole work process. If one battery dies, you can be charging one up while you use the other one. And let me see, here's the charging cord, a remote. It's oh, here, I'll pull this piece out. This one has magnetic on it, so you can attach it to metal if you want to. Yeah, just got all kinds of things. I use it for basic stuff. I'm not super advanced, but it's a great tool for me because I just don't have that. I don't have that leveling ability. I don't see it. I don't understand it. Everything in my house would be this way. And I'm trying to put this back in here, and what did I do wrong? Oh, there. I think I got it now. But it comes in a nice heavy-duty case, too. All right. We've got more tools. And as I said, if you're watching live, you can ask family-friendly comments or questions. If you're watching the replay or watching it somewhere else, you won't be able to comment while we're live. Guess you figured that one out. Next up is an item that is on sale. This is a magnetic tool. Got a magnet right here. Got a light over here. Let me see. There you go. Got your flashlight. Got the little clip to attach it. You'd probably wear it on your belt, not on your pocket, but there you go. Now, this, let me get it pulled out. Why am I not? Oh, I'm pulling the wrong end. I'm just having a day. It's too hot. I can't do this heat. Here it is. It extends. So when you have those things you drop down, the guys working on engines, I always see this. It never fails. They drop a bolt, a screw, or something down in between there, and they can't get their big old hands down there. Lucky for me, I can usually fit my hands down in there, but not always. So you've got the magnet down here, and you also have the light right here if you need that. Super easy. It is on special right now while we're live. How long that special will last, I don't know, but I hope you can jump over there and grab it. This is by RAK Tools. We have a couple of things by RAK Tools. They've got some cool stuff. So this is another one of those things. I don't use it a whole lot, but when I need it, I am really happy. Even when you drop, say you're doing something and you drop something metal behind the couch, the back of the fridge, a lot of places this can come in handy. It's not just for that, for when you're working on your car. It's all the time because that's what I do. Next up, we have another tool that, yes, I used. I am not a professional welder. I don't even pretend to be one on TV or YouTube or anywhere else. But I did get a welder sent to me, and I went out to my friend's garage, out at Bad Rat Garage, and he gave me lessons. So, can I weld? Yes. Are you going to want me to repair anything that is your life depends on? No. Not a good idea. You might want to call a professional. But I'm going to pull this out. Oops, I left my hammer in there. Here it is. Check this out. I was super excited when they sent this to me because it's not often that tool companies will send women things like this, because I guess they think we just don't know how to use them or would never use them, or I'm not sure why. But I absolutely had a blast learning to use this because you never know when you need it. And there have been times where I've needed something just welded a little. I don't need any big fancy job, just fixing a gate, fixing a fence, something like that. And I've had to call someone. Check this out. It also comes with, of course, your lead cord and your ground. There you go. Now, it does not come with, it comes with a foldable plastic face shield. I suggest you get a good face shield. And my tip on the face shield, I didn't know this until I was out there. The face shield I took was dark, very dark. And so where we were working, it was kind of dark in the shop. And so I couldn't even see to get it started. I saw nothing. It was just totally black. So Paul went and got me one of his welder up helmets. And it's real nice. Steve had gave it to him. And it's light until you start welding, and it gets dark instantly. But by then you're okay. So when I go to look for a new helmet, face shield, I want to find one of those that is light and then gets dark, because that made a world of difference, whether I was using this stick welder or he also let me use his MIG welder, which was really fun. I think I'm going to need one of those in the near future. But this was not as hard to use and learn as I thought. Yes, getting a good weld and getting it to look nice, that's going to take practice. But if you've got someone that wants to learn how to weld and they're starting off, this is great. And Paul, he's been welding for like 50 years, and he even told me, he said, this is a great welder for beginners. For someone like me that has just odd jobs to do, or a handyman that is going to go out and do some odd jobs for different people, and they need one they can take out and plug in, because you don't need any tanks. And if you need tanks, that's where, you know, you got to have a whole system set up, and it's a different thing. But if you're just going to go over to someone's house and do a little job and need a stick welder, this one is excellent. It was understanding how to choose my settings. That I have to practice a little bit too, because I have to work to make sure I don't have it too high or too low. So there you go. I wanted to show this to you because I had a blast with it. And there again, I put it on the Dad's Day stream, but I know a lot of women that they weld or want to learn to weld. So there's nothing wrong with us ladies learning this. I mean, I'm closer to 60 than 50, and I'm learning. I just love my tools, and I like being able to do things for myself. So there you go. You didn't know you were going to come in and get lectured on women and tools, did you? But like I said, so many companies don't really want to send a woman these tools to try out. They always say, oh, we need a male. They're missing a whole huge market. Us ladies do a lot of stuff. They should know that by now. All right, next up, I grabbed this because not only do I love this ladder, but it comes in super handy. And it's not like a ladder like the construction companies are going to use. This is more of a step ladder. And I wanted to show it to you. Yes, it folds out. I just don't have a lot of room in here. But one of my favorite things about this is how wide the steps are. So I was thinking, especially if your dad is older, needs a step stool that he can get around in the shop, in the garage, in the house to do all of those things. This has a nice wide step, so you're not going to have to worry about him trying to balance and stand on those little steps. It's also very sturdy. So I know we have big ladders, and you know, we've got the ladders that tilt, we've got the triangle ladders, but they kind of shake and shimmy some. This one is sturdy, and yes, with the real wide here, I love it. It's also lighter weight than a lot of other ladders, so I can pick this up and carry it around when I go to check the oil in my truck. I can't get in there. It's right in the center of the engine. I can't get up there and seat in there. So that's one reason I wanted this. Also, to clean my windshield. If I ever want to wash the top of my truck or the hood of my truck, I need something because I'm just too short. So Whoa sent me this, and I said, yes, I can use it, because not only can I use it to do stuff around the inside the house, outside the house, but I really need it for my truck, and it's super lightweight, so I don't have to worry about not being able to pick it up and move it around. So wanted to show this to you, and while I'm live, it's on special. If you missed the live, come over to Amazon, click follow on me, click to get notifications, the little bell, so that you know when I'm live, and you can see specials like this and not miss them. If you're watching the replay, hopefully you will be able to get in on that special. So I'm going to move this to the side because we've got another item behind it that I'm going to show you later. Alrighty then. See, this is what we do when we go live. And I'm not in some big fancy studio with 20 people helping me. All right, we have another RAK tools item. This, let me make sure the other stuff doesn't fall. All right, this is a contour tool. And if you are going around a pipe or got some kind of molding to go around, here is your contour tool. Now, I've had others of these, and here is a common problem. That, let's just say you've made your design, whatever you're using, however much you're using, I don't know, we'll just make something here, like this. They fall. Now I'm going to take it and lock it, and look at this. They don't fall. And that is important. There's no use in having this if half of your pegs are going to start sliding and falling. So I like this one just for that reason. Look at that. No falling at all. I know y'all are watching going, what the heck is she doing? I'm just showing you that they're not falling. And like I said, that is very important. And then I can just, when I do need them all down, are you hoping still? There you go. We are back in business. Reset it. And there you go. Again, not falling. Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody watching going, that wasn't a very good demo. Well, it's the demo I can do sitting here. And Stella's down here waiting for me to pull out something she can help with. She's probably hoping that I have treats that I'm going to be showing. I'm not sure. But there you go. By RAK. Like I said, they have some cool tools they've sent me, and I love them. This is something I personally don't use a lot, but when I need it, it's super freaking handy. I didn't know it was going to be so handy. I'm like, what do I need that for? I thought everybody just kind of drew it out and guessed. I guess not. You don't have to. I just didn't know I didn't have to. I didn't know they had these for years. We're all learning. At least I am. So what do I have? Oh, I know what I have next. I can see it in my carousel. And like I said, if you're watching the replay, I'm live June 13th, 2024. And hopefully, if you're watching the replay, you can still grab some of these specials, or you can pop over and hit follow on Amazon and come in when I'm live, and you'll be able to see the chat, ask questions, all of that. So here is my next dad special. If your dad likes to go to the range, here you go. This is on special as of right now while I'm live, and it's 25% off. Now, I even washed this for you. I actually went and washed it. Stella, you can't be in there, honey. She's over here going through the tools like, what do I need? What do I want? But I wanted to grab this because if you go to the range or like out, especially outdoor ranges, a lot of times you don't have anywhere to lay those long guns. So this is a nice and padded right here. You can stretch it out, and when you are not using it, it folds down nicely so that you can put it away and not have to worry. It could go in your range bag or what have you. It is a plastic. I had someone tell me, oh, it's plastic. Yes, it is. It makes it lightweight and easy to move around. I don't need anything big and heavy. I don't know, maybe they needed something big and heavy. I don't. So there you go. Like I said, these are nicely padded, so you're not going to worry about scrapes and scratches, and you can adjust it. And it's on special. We like it when it's on special. Did you like it too, Stella? I don't know why she's in here tonight. Huh, Stella? What are you waiting on, baby? Are you waiting on something? Are you going to come up and say hi? Oh, yes. Do you see yourself? She's not quite tall enough to get up here good. Oh, there you go. Now you're showing your pretty face. Alrighty. And we have more specials. Now, the next one, I can't show you. Let me set this vise down. And I'm going to highlight it for you, though, because it is on special. And this is by VEVOR. And it is a train horn for your truck, for your Jeep, for your BMW. I don't care what you drive. You can put one of these on. It comes with the compressor and the horns. You will need to get a button, is what I'm going to say. You're going to need to get your button and possibly more wire, depending on what you're putting it on. But I had a little BMW 325i for a year, and I wanted to get one of these horns then, so that when I had my little car out, I could honk and they thought a big car was behind them. But now I've got the big truck and had to get one. I didn't get one when I had the little BMW, but when I got the 350, I said, that's it. I get a train horn. And a lot of the guys that build rat rods and the Bone Shakers Car Club, this is the one they recommended, because that's the one a lot of them have, is this VEVOR one. So you can go check that out. Maybe Dad needs a train horn so he can, do a little honk and get people out of his way, or when he comes to pick you up from school or wherever you're at, work, he can lay on the horn or tell you to come out and get whatever you need to come get out of his truck, whatever it is. And you know what? He doesn't have to drive a truck. He can drive anything and have one of these put in. I'm all for that. I think everybody, well, no, not everybody needs one, because some of those people don't need one. Some people don't need one. Those moms down at the school that are waiting in line for their kids, I don't want all of them having one. No, that would not be a good thing. Everybody else needs one. All right, we've got 4th of July coming up very soon. And those of you with a hitch, truck hitch, maybe you got it on your car and you want to fly a flag. I've got a couple of things for you. This is the hitch that goes on the back of my truck and holds my flag. Now, I put this on and I fly a 4x6 flag on an 8-foot pole, and I've been down the freeway with it. It is super nice. I love this. This is another thing. When you get a truck, you're like, oh, I got to get that too. So like Memorial Day, I was out going to car shows and stuff, had that big old flagpole on, and it does fold down. Now, when it's on my truck, I can't fold it down, but to put it away, I could if I wanted to. It's got the nice peg, and it does have 2 different places you can attach it with the peg, so that you can kind of decide how far from the back end of your truck you want to put it. Now, one of the things I liked about this hitch piece that others didn't have is the 2 tighteners right here for when you put your flagpole in, because I wanted the security of having the 2 screws holding in my flagpole. Maybe that's just me, but I just felt it was more secure. And I kind of wish I had gotten a double one, where they do have them where you can get 2 flags poles in. I got the single. I kind of wish I had gotten the double, but maybe another day I'll go back in and order another one, or find one to test out, what have you. But great, no matter what kind of flag you want to fly, you can do that. I just happen to have my big American flag, and yeah, put it on an 8-foot piece of pipe. It's noticeable on my truck. Very. All right. Set that so it doesn't smash the dog if it falls. And since we're talking the flagpole holder, it does not come with the flagpole or a flag. So you're going to have to get that. And this is my flag by Viper. And like I said, this is my 4x6. And right there, the stars are embroidered on. So they aren't just printed on the fabric, they are embroidered on. Also, right here, the stitching is really nice on in between each of the stripes. And let me grab an end to show you. And then, yes, this is getting a little bit, it got beat up being all over the place and down the freeway. But you've got nice stitching here on the edge. And I know I'll have to get another one here shortly, just because when you are driving the speed limit down the freeway, after a while it gets beat around, and it happened to actually be super windy too. And here is the bottom grommet. Here's where I had a problem. I'm going to show this to you so you know. This top grommet has come loose. So I think what I'm going to do is, so it'll last, I need it this weekend, I'll probably take the sewing machine and stitch around this several times so that it reinforces it, just to get me through this weekend. And then I'll see whether I need to get another one. If I'm just driving in town, I don't worry too much. But to go out on the highway, it takes a lot. And if I go with the rat rods this weekend, I'll be on the highway. So I might need to get something to reinforce it, and then I'll see how this does. But it's been through a lot. And I don't know, the grommet, I think part of it may just be because of the, I don't know if it had to do with this piece. It's not a very good connector for it, but it's what I had, and so I grabbed it. But it's okay. I have a sewing machine. I can fix that. Not going to be an issue for me. In fact, that's one reason I wanted to bring it in. But the flag is on special. Right now while we're live, it's showing limited time deal, 43% off. Maybe I should just stop right here, go over and get me one. Well, hello, Evans. Nice to have you stop in tonight. We are Gina-less again. I think we're going to be Gina-less for a few more weeks. She's got all kinds of family stuff, you know, kids getting out of school, vacation, all that kind of stuff. Yep. I said, that's okay, Gina. You go to bed. I got this. Me and Evans can handle it. No biggie. You never know what I'm going to be bringing on. See? Yes, we can. And that's the thing is, when she's not here, I can do my cool stuff like tools. Otherwise, I try to watch what she's bringing in and then kind of match, but I don't need to if she's not here. Oh, and I've got some cool new products I just got this week. I got a new smart scale. I have a personal blender. I'm trying to think of what all I got. So next week I'll be having some more cool stuff, new stuff, brand new. And I'm really excited. Yeah, Evans likes the tools. She ain't got no problem. I wish I'd get more tools. I've got plenty of tools. I could do another tool stream, that's for sure. I just wish they'd keep sending me tools because I love playing with those. And I'm like, oh, bring them on. I've changed brakes on the car. I've changed oil. I can do some of this stuff. Us girls, we aren't all just super sweet. Some of us do other things, like work on our own vehicles. I usually have supervision. I will tell you that. To do the brakes, I had supervision because, yeah, it wasn't a good idea for me to just take a guess if I had it exactly right. So I've got plenty of friends that work on cars and know how to do this stuff, such as welding, and they help me make sure that I'm doing it right so that it's safe. And then once I've done it, I'm like, okay, I got it now. But the first time I do something like brakes, I wanted some supervision. I didn't want to be going down the road and pushing that pedal and nothing happened. Wouldn't have been as fun as you think. Evans likes to work on cars too. See? Us girls, we can do this stuff. And next up, I have from Keeper. I've got a couple of Keeper items. This goes on the butt of your rifle, and it's going to pad your shoulder. So they come in a set of 2, and I have 2. The other one is just on something at the moment. So you guys get to see the other one that's not being used right now. But it's a super nice, like, gel padding in here. And so it's going to give you plenty of padding and kind of keep that from digging in. I'm not I don't have a lot of fatty tissue here. So that can start hurting a little bit. But this is going to take some of that brunt off of it and make it less likely that I'm going to end up with a bruise of any kind. Because I do. And if you're watching live, as of right now, these are 40% off. That's a good deal, 40% off. I don't always see 40s. So, go check these out. Save yourself, whichever shoulder you're going to use, an owie. Because, trust me, you can get them. Evan says, I work at watching the car get worked on. Very good. You know what? That's called a supervisor, Evans. That's a supervisor, because when these guys help me, they're supervising. They just tell them, watch me do it. And then tell me if I do it wrong, or they're like, tighten that tighter. Oh, not so tight. Oh. Did you get your pin in straight? That's the kind of stuff I hear. But there you go. Keeper, it's a recoil pad. I had to think what it was, but I know how I use it. I don't know technical names for some of this. All right, and next up we have another Keeper item. And I've taken this off. It does come with the screws to attach it. I just didn't bother bringing all that in. But this is a gun magnet. You can put it in a closet, under your desk. I know some people put them in their cars. I personally don't do that. But it is heavy duty and holds a good bit of weight. The front of this is also got a coating on it, so it does not scratch anything that touches it. So that is very handy, because I don't want something on it and it end up scratching it. And I just watch what I say so I don't get beeped out. But y'all know what it is. Wanted to show it to you, and yes, it is. It's heavy duty. I haven't had any problems with it. Depending on what you've got, you could even use it to hold your flashlight if you want to. It doesn't matter. It's a magnet. But you know what it's for. And yes, I just watch so I don't get beeped, because that happens when you talk about this stuff. And Those magnets are 7% off while we're live. I see it. How long that's going to last, don't know. Could be gone in 1 minute, could last for days. They don't tell me this stuff. I can only show you what I can show you and hope for the best. And the next item goes kind of along with those. This is a gun cleaning mat, and I'm going to show it to you. It's a big one. It's not one of the, some of them are the little, fairly small. No, this is a good size one, so I like that. And look at this. It is good sized. And on the back, it is a rubberized back, so it doesn't slide. So when you've got this on a table, it's not going to move around. It is going to stay where it is. And I know a lot of times if you, let me move this so I can grab it. If you don't have one of these vices, a range vise to set your weapon on while you're out at the range, and you want to make sure it's not just on a slick table, you can take this and use it, because this helps too. I know we've been out and had to, had like basically like a card table, and things can get slide around, and this will help keep things in place. The stitching on this is super heavy duty, and it's really nice. Now I will tell you, if you get gun oil on this, it does make a stain that won't hardly come off. You can use Dawn dish soap, and that'll help. That's the best I have found, but it will stain it. It's moisture resistant, but you shouldn't have water on it unless you're out and it gets rained on. Now it comes with this tray. This is the best part. Yes, the mat is handy. This tray is amazing because it's magnetic. So if you have anything, all your pieces and parts, those little pieces and parts that fall on the floor and you're afraid the dog's going to eat them before you find them, the dog's going to find them before you do. You can put them in here and they stay in here. So that is super duper handy to have when you're cleaning things. Just set them in here and they stay. So there you go. This is the ultimate rifle build AR-15 exploded view. I don't know what is. I was going to say, I have a few of these. I didn't know what this one was called. But nice heavy duty mat for you. And the magnetic tray. Like I said, I love the magnetic tray. I'd never had one of them come with a magnetic tray. So when it came, I thought, that's a smart idea. Why didn't I think of that before? I didn't have one. I used to just get a bowl and put things in it. Thought that was grand. Shows what I know. And since we are talking Father's Day coming up, not all dads use tools. Not all dads go to the range or all of that. So I figured I'd throw something in here just in case you couldn't find, maybe your dad has all these tools. But if you want to be your dad's very favorite kid, and he has a dog, and he loves his dog, this next item is going to rank you way up there. Because let me tell you what, you can get me a lot of things, and I'm like, oh, that's nice, that's great. But when you get something from my dog, that's awesome. Because my dogs are very important to me. So what I have in here, it's on special. Another reason I wanted to put it in here. EHEYCIGA. This is a raised dog bed. And I can't show you. This is big because my 85-pound German Shepherd lays on it. If you've got dogs, especially, I'm out here in Vegas. We've already hit 114. That means if they're outside, The concrete, the ground, the patio, whatever, is hot. Hot, hot, hot. So having this raised dog bed is great because it's going to put them up enough. They're not laying right on that concrete or on that back porch. And it will give a little bit of air movement underneath them. Same thing when it's real cold. You don't want them laying on the cold, cold concrete. And this can help a lot of times. This is like a rubberized thing. So when you want to, you can just spray it down, wipe it down, and it's good to go. It's super sturdy. And one thing this one has, now this is the large one, is this center leg. So it keeps it sturdier than a couple of the others I tried didn't have that. And so it kind of, it'd start bowing. And I'm like, well, that doesn't work very well. So this one has the center leg that helps keep it sturdy. And while we're live, it's 30% off. How long it'll last? Don't know. But, and Evan says, nice big bed. Yes, it's very big. That's why I can't really show it very well. I just set it back here and explain it. Because, yeah, my dog fits on it. And she's not a tiny thing. We had Stella on earlier. She was up here. She's actually finally laid down. She's laying on an EHEYCIGA bed, a cushy bed. But Raven, my big German Shepherd, fits on this and has no problems either. So, look at this. You know what? I'm telling you, we had extra products tonight and we whizzed through them. Hopefully, y'all found something for your dad, your grandpa, your favorite uncle, or yourself. Like I said, these are all my items. Well, the dog bed I don't use. Raven and Stella do. But as far as all the tools, they are my tools and I use them. And I'm just slowly building up my tools and learning how to use new tools. The torque wrench that I mentioned earlier, I didn't have it in the show tonight, but it was something I had never used before. And I read the instructions, watched a couple of videos, and figured it out, which meant I could put things on with the right foot-pounds, and nobody had to yell at me that it wasn't tight enough or it was too tight, because now I know. Evan says, my 4-pound dog would be lost in that bed. Yes, 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 yes. In fact, I have a regular bed, you know, with the foam and stuff that I was sent a little over a year ago, and I had just got Raven, and she was just little, and she was 6 weeks old when I brought her home, and so she was just tiny, and she took up a little corner of the bed, and now when she lays on it, she hangs off both sides. So you could fit a lot of 4-pound dogs on here, a lot of them. You're gonna have to get a whole herd of dogs to use this, Evans. Yeah, I'm thinking 4 pounds, you could fit 10 of them on there. Heck, get a herd of little dogs, which is probably more dangerous than my 2 big dogs, because them little dogs run around and you can't see them and they get under. That's why I've always been afraid of little dogs. If they're running around under my feet, I'm terrified I'm going to step on them. I was up and stayed with a friend for 3 weeks, and she had, I don't know, her little dog was 5-6 pounds, I don't know, tiny. And you'd be going up the stairs, and here comes this little dog, and I'd be like, because I was so afraid I was going to step on her. I'm like, the cats were bigger than the dog. The cats were no problem. The little dog, I couldn't. I love that little dog. She's a sweetheart. But I just was terrified of stepping on her. Yes, and they are sassy. You are absolutely right. My big dogs are obnoxious. Little dogs are sassy. If my big dogs were sassy, it wouldn't be near as cute as it is when they're little. But I hope you all are ready for Father's Day. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to hit that follow button so you can come back and see me every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I'll either be here alone or maybe Gina will stop in again sometime. If not, we're just going to keep showing you cool stuff that I like. What I'm going to do next week, I'm not sure. We'll just have to see whatever gets shipped to me. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just grab some of the newest products. Evans, you have a great weekend. See you next week. Y'all have a safe and happy Father's Day.